Welcome back, everybody. Today we got another Kevin Samuels classic. And trust me, this one goes left fast.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
Good. Your first name is?
I'm Ashley.
Ashley. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
What do you got for me on the topic?
So, in terms of interracial dating, I personally am more attracted to white guys.
Okay.
However, my father is a high value Black man. So, I have a lot of appreciation for the Black man, especially one that is high value and sees the importance of actually taking care of his family.
Now, let me ask you, how old are you?
I'm 21.
21. Okay. Are the only men who can take care of their family high value?
No, not at all.
Okay. Okay. I mean, I just wanted to ask that because if you say you have a high value father, you're more attracted to the white men, but you have this. Okay. What's there to argue about? There's nothing to argue about. You can be attracted to who you're attracted to. That's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
are you engaged, or you got plans to be married anytime soon?
I plan to marry maybe between the ages of 23 and 25. Right now, I think I'm a little too young.
Where are you from? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Kenya.
All right. Is your father involved in helping you pick a mate?
The thing is, my father is very detached. He's a very kind of workaholic. So I don't think he's very involved. I haven't really spoken to him about this kind of thing.
Why?
Just in general, my father and I, we don't, in African households, because I am predominantly from an African household.
I understand. I speak to, but again, he can't be a high value man and be a stay at home dad. You got to be detached.
He's not a stay at home dad. He's not a stay at home dad.
Oh, Jesus. That's what I said, ma'am. I said high value men cannot be stay at home dads. They got to work.
Right.
So saying he's detached, he should be. He's working.
Right.
But does your mom work?
No, she doesn't.
Saying your father made you possible, made it possible for your mom. I think it would make the most sense for you to involve the men that made it possible for your mom to stay at home and give you the life you got. Then you go out here with your 21 years thinking you know how to do it on your own.
I actually don't think I know how to do it on my own, which is why I'm on your channel.
That's not the point. I asked you, is your father involved? And you said no. And he should be.
Okay.
I mean, due respect, ma'am. Did you go to college?
I'm currently in college.
Who's paying for it?
My father.
Then why don't you go to the man who's made it possible for everything you are to exist? Get his advice on what you need to be. You need to talk to your father, ma'am. Simple as that. You got one.
I completely agree with you.
That's all I'm saying. Speak to your father. He should be involved in this. When I asked you at what age you said you want, I know that you were from the continent, and rather by your tone. And when you said you want to get married between this and this, it was a red flag. I'm like, wait a minute. What is a woman from the continent doing leading this process if your father's a high value man? That's a Western thing. Mm-hmm. That's completely Western.
Right.
Right. And that's wrong. It's wrong.
Uh-huh.
It's wrong. I mean, I'm going to say it's wrong. You got a high value father who got your mother to be a stay at home wife, and you got college paid for. You need to get involved with your dad. I don't know what the issues are between you, but guess what? Would you like to have a life like your mother had?
I would, but my father is not of that same opinion.
What opinions he of, man? Because a minute ago you said you don't talk to him about any of this. Now he's not of that opinion.
No, my father has always drilled into me that I need to stay educated.
One thing does not preclude the other. Did he say you need to work?
Yeah, he did.
So he wants you to be what?
My father has always been of the opinion that because he has invested so much in my education and my education throughout my life, that I should work and be, independent. That's what my father thinks.
So let me get this right. Your father, who married his wife and had a stay-at-home wife, thinks that his daughter should be independent and unmarried?
He thinks I should be independent. He didn't say I should be unmarried, but
those two things. Oh, listen, slow down, breathe. Those two things don't go together. You can't be independent and married.
Independent financially?
You cannot be independent and married.
Financially independent.
You cannot be financially. Young lady, I think you need to sit down with your father. Clarify what you think he believes, because I have a hard time believing as a father that your father has invested all this for you just to get out here and become just like any other woman in this country. By yourself, working, and no man, no family, none of that stuff. I think you're speaking for him, but this ain't how men who do it like your father tend to think. This is very Western.
Okay.
Talk to your father.
All right.
Ask him, get involved. Because the worst thing that could happen is he not be on the same page, but at least he needs to be involved, give you some direction. Because right now you're out here vetting all these men yourself. How are you choosing a man?
Right.
Right. All right. Have a good day, Lane.
All right. Thank you.
So, hey, here we go. Lee. What's going on,
Hello.
Lee?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great.
It's Leah, by the way. It's Leah.
Leah, I'm sorry. What you got for me on the topic?
Yes. Back to earlier, when Jaleesa, I guess that was her name, that called in earlier.
First off, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, go ahead.
In the danger zone or whatever. In terms of interracial dating, I'm not for interracial when it comes to Black men and women dating out. Like, I'm not for interracial. I noticed how earlier you said that Black women tend to get fetishized by white men. Like, how do you feel in general about just white people in general, just fetishizing Black people?
Even on the male side. It's a bigger topic than I really want to deal with at this point because it's too broad. Interracial dating. What's going on here? Interracial dating, honestly, I don't really care because it's always going to be a small percentage. The bigger problem with any of it is downing other groups. It's when you date out and then you talk crap about Black men. That's a bigger issue. You're never going to stop human beings from being dealing with who they want to. So I don't think that's a big problem. The problem is this: are you pro-Black?
Yes, I guess you could say that.
Okay.
I've only talked to Black men.
Okay, so here's the thing: if you actually had, and I just use, you're for Black community, Black family. For Black family.
Yes.
All right. See, the problem isn't is the bigger problem a handful of Black men and Black women going over to date and marry somebody else, or is the problem the big number of Black men and Black women can't get together and make families?
The second one,
right?
I would have to say, because a lot of the times I feel like when you're dealing with people outside of your community, another race or whatever, ethnicity, a lot of people like to get the two confused. It's always like some underlying issue, whether the family doesn't like you or something, and I don't want to deal with that. So that's why I kept myself out of the interracial.
I get it. I get it. I get it. But I ask a bigger question. Are you married?
No.
Okay. You got YouTube in the background. You got to shut that down.
Do I thought it was muted or turned down. I didn't hear anything.
Because I keep hearing something.
Is it fine now?
Okay. So again, the energy you're putting into that, I get what you're saying. It's still a smaller problem. How about Black men? How about Black women who cannot make it work with their Black men that they've been with for years? We just had a woman on here for 4 years and she wasn't married. You got anything on that? No.
I would rather, get married and then have kids. I don't believe in,
No,
having kids
they were
out of
together.
wedlock. A lot
I
of the
didn't say
men, when
have
I
kids,
ask them,
ma'am. I didn't say have kids. I said they were together 4 years and did not get married.
Mhm.
Do you have anything on that?
That's a reach. I feel like if you're talking that long, you should have been married already. But I was just saying in general. I'm not for the whole having kids out of wedlock and everything. So
So
a lot of the times when I ask them if they have kids, like majority of the time they say yes, and it kind of irritates me because I don't want to
okay,
redeal
all
with
right.
it.
Let's focus on the positives. Interracial over here, kids over there. How do you talk to your friends or your homegirls who are in these situationships forever?
I don't really talk to people like that when it pertains to things on that of that sort. Like I just
Family?
don't really meddle into that.
All right, it's not. I mean, it's
Family neither. I'm not really close with.
okay.
many
Yeah, I don't think you're
people.
hearing me right, ma'am. I think you're not hearing me. The situationship means they're just.
I don't talk to my friends about things.
All right. Well. All right. Thank you for calling in.
All right.
Look, I don't think she can hear me what I'm saying. We waste a lot of time in the black community arguing about nothing. A percentage of any group is always going to marry out, date out. I could care less. Just don't throw shade and throw shots. But the bigger issue is right now, men and women in our group don't like one another. Shout out to Obsidian. Can't get along. And I'm talking to the women today. If you think you can here's the thing, the women who date out, if black women who date out could take the way they act for the guys over here towards black men, problem will solve itself. Treat Keith like you treat Brad, problem will solve itself. Black men have been asking for that for the longest. But what do you end up hearing? Well, he ain't built Wakanda yet. That's a ridiculous argument. Hello?
Gentlemen, this conversation starts with a 21-year-old woman from Kenya who says she's more attracted to white men. Despite having a father, she considers a high-value black man. She says she appreciates black men who are successful, family-oriented, and willing to take care of their households. She also says she wants to get married relatively young, somewhere between 23 and 25. But Kevin immediately focuses on something else: her father. She explains that her father is successful, works a lot, pays for her college education, and has provided a lifestyle where her mother doesn't have to work. Kevin's response is basically, if your father built the kind of family structure you admire, why aren't you asking him how to find a man like him? And that's probably the strongest point in this conversation. She's 21. She's still in college. Her father is paying for her education. Her mother is a stay-at-home wife. Yet she's already trying to figure out marriage and what kind of man she should pursue without really involving the man who has been providing the example in her own family. Kevin keeps pushing her toward her father for guidance. And then the conversation gets interesting. She says her father has always emphasized education, independence, and having a career. Kevin challenges the apparent contradiction. If her father created a household where her mother stayed home, why would he want his daughter to pursue a completely different model? Now, whether you agree with Kevin's definition of high value or not, there's a useful lesson here. Look at the relationships and family structures that actually produce the life you want. If you admire your parents' marriage, study it. If you admire your father's leadership, understand what made that relationship work. And if your parents have a completely different philosophy than you do, at least know that before you start making major decisions. The woman also says she wants financial independence. Kevin pushes back hard, arguing that she needs to distinguish between being capable of supporting yourself and building the kind of marriage and family you actually want. And at 21, that's an important distinction to think about. You don't necessarily need to have everything figured out, but you should be intentional. If you want marriage by 25, don't wait until 24 to start thinking about what kind of husband you want, what kind of wife you want to be, and what kind of family structure you're trying to build. And Kevin's final question is the one that really matters. How are you choosing these men? Because saying you want a high-value husband is easy. The difficult part is knowing how to recognize one, where to meet one, and whether you're actually compatible with the kind of man you're asking for. And that's where this young woman needs to start. Not with a checklist, not with internet dating theories, but with a serious conversation with her father and a clear understanding of the life she actually wants. At 21, you don't need to panic, but you do need a plan.